Good morning. I'm just going to give it a few moments while I get set up and see who comes into the chat room. I have to bring up the chat room first. And did I just say good morning? Oh, it's going to take a while for me to recalibrate that brain. Happy sunrise. How's that? Happy sunrise. Because as I've discussed with Chris Monet, language is indeed power. And are we using our language to wake each other up? Or are we using our language to continually put us into a deep sleep? Happy sunrise, Denise, Marie, Kimberly, Kiki, Gary. Good sunrise to all of you. And Davy, good afternoon. Davy, are you in Scotland? Just curious. Just trying to pinpoint that lovely accent of yours. Let's see. So I have a few minutes this morning, and then I am off for some body work. I finally found someone who is amazing, and it's my craniosacral therapy teacher. Wow, that was a mouthful, right? Yep. Charisse Rogowski. She is with the Cranial Sacral Alliance out of New Hampshire, and she is the bomb. Let me tell you. Glasgow. That's in Ireland, right? Glasgow, Ireland. I think so. Okay. All right. So, yes, I study cranial sacral therapy, and I am a level 1 practitioner. I'm going to take my level 2 class, Scotland. Okay. All right. Geography is not my major, but I do love Scotland and Ireland. Hope to visit there one day. I have ancestors from that region. So, let me make sure I have my book. I want to introduce you to a crystal today. And of course, I didn't get my book ready. Okay, so let's take a nice deep breath. Well, at least you have those 2 towns. Yeah, you have those towns, Gary. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to tell you. I do know where they're located on the map. I know where Ireland is, and I know where Scotland is, and that's about it. Okay. So I'm going to take a nice deep breath to enter us into this space. So welcome. So how about we get started today with our crystals? These are some azurite crystals, my favorite. I mean, how many times have I told you which crystal is my favorite? But I love azurite. Azurite. This is azurite, and I have 3 of them because when I use them either in a crystal grid mandala, there's the azurite, or when if I'm using them to meditate, having them on my body, I like to put them in my palm chakras here. Well, I can feel this one really buzzing. And I'll usually set the one in front of me, Or when I have a crystal grid, I like to set certain crystals in threes. So azurite, let me go ahead and read what we have for azurite out of Love is in the Earth. This is a nice thick book. The only drawback to this book is there are no pictures. So you need to know what the crystal is before you look it up. Okay, I just had my glasses. I don't wear my glasses all of the time because I only need them for reading. And when I look at the computer screen, the computer is a bit too far away. Azurite, astrological sign of Sagittarius. So this is azurite. Here we go. Isn't that just gorgeous? I know it's a little bit blurry. Maybe I'm too close. Azurite. Astrological sign of Sagittarius. And azurite crystals forming masses, nodular concretions, nodules, film stains, and more rarely, tabular or short prismatic crystals. Yep, there's a little bit of that in there. The color ranges from light to deep blue and the mineral occasionally produces a vitreous luster. There we go, azurite. It is known as a stone of heaven. It stimulates the pursuit of the heavenly self, providing for guidance via the third eye, allowing for precise verbalization of psychic experiences. So this would be really good for when you're doing a journal, a journey, a traveling, and even with dreams. It awakens the development of the psychic self and provides for insights into all areas of one's life. It also promotes the recognition of intuitive information, which is relevant to the loving ways to further the talents. It is the great benefactor, controlling the flow of energy and emitting precisely the amount of energy required in any situation. Let's get another specimen up here. Azurite. Okay. It enhances the creative ability and helps to eliminate indecision and worries which are quietly agitating the back of one's mind. One simply holds the azurite and asks to have the troublesome thoughts evaporated. The form of azurite nodule is excellent for stimulation of the third eye and intuitive and psychic selves. It can also be used to engage the focusing of the intuitive self via the third eye at the etheric level to induce to memory the portions of one's life or character which require attention. It brings forth the idea that the truth will out. It can work very well with the sacral chakra and the heart, allowing for the recognition and manifestation of the bestower of good within each person. It enhances creativity, mellows the intellect with love, helps one to maintain communication from the heart space, and stimulates one's compassionate and empathetic nature. It enhances self-confidence, allowing for invincibility when required. The Native American history, Indian history, azurite, like azure, azurite. I knew a girl named Azure when I was growing up. Azurite has been used as a sacred stone. The nodule and crystal forms have been used to facilitate contact with one's spiritual Indian guide to allow one to both feel the presence and to understand the message. In many other ancient civilizations, it has been a symbol of status. Mayans used the stone to stimulate and inspire the actualization of the psychic and mystical self and to facilitate the transfer of information and knowledge and wisdom via thought. It aligns the chakras, attunes the structure of the physical body to the ethereal nervous system, providing for an impaired flow of energy. It works quite well in the dissolution of energy blockages. Azurite, the energy of azurite is also conducive to the dissolution of impediments and restraints in one's progress, focusing on the mineral with directed thought to the actualization, the release of all barriers in one's path, initiates and expedites the process. It helps to give one direction, to bring forth required information, which will help one to both understand and to release the vitiated energy from within the self. This energy being the antecedent to and the catalyst for the continuation of dis-ease. Um, uh, It says during radionic analysis, where one holds a sample specimen and places the sample on the witness, or when used as a pendulum, the energy of the stone permeates the energy of the user and points to the problem involved and or to the answers required. So this would be a great stone in a pendulum. In meditation, it provides for relaxation and for easy entry to the void of the state of no mind. So I think this would also be a great stone for journeying, for dreams, and maybe even for astral travel. Let's see. It vibrates to the number one, and that is azurite. Okay, so let me put this book down here. I was kind of smiling because this stone helps to remove, impediments and obstacles, because my bija seed mantra painting, which I picked this stone out yesterday and I said I wanted to talk about it this morning, not knowing, all of its attributes. And I picked this out this morning, and this is the bija seed mantra for Bodhisattva. And this is a book that I love to use, where I get my calligraphy from, for the paintings. Please excuse my raspy voice this morning. I am mellow and smooth by mid-afternoon, but this is Visible Mantra, visualizing and writing Buddhist mantras. And this particular seed mantra, so the seed mantra is basically, so the entire mantra, see, this is the entire mantra right here. And then this seed mantra sort of represents the entire mantra. And this one is for Fudo's. This is Fudo's seed syllable mantra is hum. So this is hum, hum. And this is Akala Vidyaraja. In Japanese, he's called Fudo Myo. In Tibetan, it's called Migyo Migyowa. So there is the line drawing. And Akala Vidyaraja is a wrathful figure associated with Vairochana. He is frequently described as a messenger, but his main function in the Mahavairochana Avisambodhi Tantra, or Mat, is as a destroyer of obstacles. Akala means immovable. Vidya can mean knowledge, but is also a synonym for mantra and is frequently used to refer to magic. It can be taken to mean something like esoteric knowledge. Raja means king. He is also known simply as Akala. He is depicted as a robust and powerful young man wreathed in flames. His hair is plaited into bangs. One of his eyes squints. and his visage is angry. Grr. How's that? You should see me when I am angry. I get the crazy eyes, or evil eyes, as my mother calls it. He holds a sword in his right hand and a noose in his left. Oh my gosh, this man means business. The flames in his aura are the flames which transmute mundane anger into mirror like wisdom. So, and the thing about the seed mantras, for me, the seed mantras are that visible representation of an ideal. You know, it's like an affirmation. And when I have my Buddha statue or my green Tara statue, you know, it's sort of about that ideal to aspire to or to awaken to, because, you know, we all have it within us. I must have gotten grr, crazy eyes. Yeah, if I get the crazy eyes. I just ask my sons, you have to really get the crazy eyes. Okay, so I want to go ahead and pull our goddess card for the day before I forget. Let's see, I have to get it out of my little sack here. Make sure I have all of them. So I got the goddess cards. And of course, this is from the Goddess Oracle. And I still, eventually, maybe the next video, I will go. Davey said he hopes no one tuned in just then when I was doing my crazy eye. Yeah, that would be scary. I think probably the next video, I'll hold up all the cards for you all to take a look at. They're absolutely stunning, but that'll take a while because I think there's like 52 cards. And remember when I did the Earth Magic deck? That took a while. So, Denise, here's my crazy eye just for you. There we go. All right. Okay. Inanna. We have done Inanna before, but hey, it's a new day. Okay. Inanna. Isn't that just a beautiful painting? Inanna. It's hard to get it. There we go. Inanna. Yep, that's my I mean serious business. I mean, you have to pull out all the stops when you have three teenage sons in your house at one time. So, but the thing is, with my 7-year-old, if I give him the crazy eye, he just gives it right back at me. And he can get the crazy eye with the best of them. Inanna. Okay. Embracing the shadow. I went there on my own free will. I went there in my finest gown, with my rarest jewels and my Queen of Heaven crown. In the underworld, at each of the 7 gates, I was stripped 7 times of all that I thought I was, till I stood bare in who I really am. Then I saw her. She was huge and dark and smelly and hairy, with a lion's head and lion's claws, devouring everything before her. Ereshkigal, my sister, she was all that I am not, all that I have hidden, all that I have buried. She is what I have denied. Ereshkigal, my sister, Ereshkigal, my shadow, Ereshkigal, myself. So we're just going to get to the meaning of Anana's card. Basically, Anana is the Sumerian queen of heaven. Okay, Anana is here to tell you that a journey to the underworld is the way to wholeness for yourself. It is time to dance with your shadow and reclaim what you have denied, to embrace your own, own dark sister self. You need all those aspects of yourself that your parents, caregivers, teachers, society have deemed unacceptable in order to achieve wholeness in your life, whether it be your talent, your beauty, your inner vampire, your anger, your madness. You are required to surrender to the journey and embrace your dark side. If you are already in the underworld, the appearance of Anana may signal that the time for your return is at hand. Journeys to the underworld to embrace your dark side are a law unto themselves. They take as much time as they need to take. You can just fit them into your schedule. You can't just fit them into your schedule. When it is time for you to journey, you will, and you will not be done until you return. Take comfort in the fact that all journeys to the underworld do end, and that you will indeed return, much different from who you thought you were when you went. So that is Inanna meeting Ereshkigal, her dark side. So for those of us, male or female, when we journey to the underworld, when we have that dark night of the soul, when we are encouraged to embrace all of who we are, remember, you have Inanna with you. In order for you to be whole, in order for you to quote unquote graduate from this earthly realm to ascend, it's not just about connecting and bringing out all of the good that you have to offer. It's also making peace with and getting to understand and know even that dark side of you, even that part of you that flares up in anger, that part of you that is extremely passionate and unrelenting, that part of you that you're generally forced to. Good girls don't do that. Nice guys don't think those thoughts. And it's not about, there's like a balance. It's not about just, as I like to put it, throwing up your crap all over someone else. It's about acknowledging that you have this crap and that you're willing to look at it, dissect it, embrace it, accept yourself and your crap without judgment, without saying, you're a bad girl, you're a bad boy. Accepting who you are and learning to work with your energies. To me, that's what it's about. At least that's my take on it. So let me do one more reading, and then I'm going to have to skedaddle because I don't want to be late. So, and I will be on this evening, probably somewhere between 7 and 8. I will probably do like a live thing so that you know when. This is reading from Eckhart Tolle, Oneness with All Life. The joy of being is the joy of being conscious. Consciousness is already conscious. It is the unmanifested, the eternal. The universe, however, is only gradually becoming conscious. Consciousness itself is timeless and therefore does not evolve. It was never born and does not die. When consciousness becomes the manifested universe, it appears to be subject to time and to undergo an evolutionary process. No human mind is capable of comprehending fully the reason for this process, but we can glimpse it within ourselves and become a conscious participant in it. Consciousness is the intelligence, the organizing principle behind the arising of form. Consciousness has been preparing form for millions of years so that it can express itself through them in the manifested. So I leave you with that. I'll have to find it again because I'd like to continue this chapter later. And so, fortunately for me, and also unfortunate because I don't want to leave you guys yet, I'd love to do some readings, some single card readings for people, but I got to get going because fortunately for me, I finally get some much needed body work. So I wish you a wonderful day. Right now it is 8:31 a.m. 8:31 a.m., Davy. Okay, so 8:31 a.m. All right. So I will leave you guys with peace and great bliss. And thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Remember, you have everything within you right now. Everything is there. And together we can help journey this space. Each of us takes that journey individually, but virtually, and even if we were next to each other in flesh and blood, we still have to take that journey individually, but we can be a witness and a support to each other. Much love.